Let's look at adding anchor links to your Divi website. Now, these are super handy if you do not want someone to go to an external page or URL when they're on a specific page. Most of the time, we do this in sales pages when we actually have people on a page designed to sell them a product. The last thing we want them to be able to do is click to an external URL. So what we do is we make sure that the links up in the navigation, likewise with the buttons, will always link down to a specific part of the same page. I'm going to be showing you how to do this. We're going to be looking at the nav links and the button links. To give you an example, so say for instance, if I click on About Andrea up here in the navigation, it will come down to a specific part of this page. Likewise with the button, if I view upcoming retreats and click here, it will come down to the upcoming retreats on the same page. So let's take a look at how to do both of these, whether we're working with buttons or the nav link. We're going to start in the WordPress dashboard. Now we're going to be looking at the navigation links first. So if we come over here to Appearance, and then we want to go down to the menus option. So we click here, and then you can see the menu that we have in place here. Now let's take a look at the existing links that we have here. So if I click on here, it's set up as a custom link, and you can see here I have a hashtag about. Now the hashtag is important because that specifies where we're sending the people when we add something called a CSS ID to the specific section we want them to link to later on when we get into the Divi builder. So let's go and add another link here. So I want to click on custom links, and instead of adding a URL in here, what we want to do is add a hashtag. And then for this example, let's add something called test. Let's just add hashtag test in here. Now this is the URL. What we want the link text to say is what people are actually going to be able to see up in the navigation once this link has been added. So let's just name it the same. We're going to add test, and then we're going to click on add to menu. Here you can also determine the order in which they're seen. So for instance, if we want it to be shown before FAQ, we can have it here. So let's go ahead and save the menu here now. So just to reiterate, we've added a new custom link. We have it set as hashtag test, and we have the navigation label set to test also. Now your link can be named anything. However, I do recommend naming it as simply as possible and referencing the exact section it's going to. So for instance, if you were linking to an FAQ, as you can see here, the hashtag say FAQs and the navigation label also say FAQs. So now let's go ahead into the Divi builder on our page and link to a specific section. So we're now on the specific page we wish to edit, and we're in the Divi visual builder. You'll see here up in the navigation, we do have our new link in place, which is test. Now, if I click this, it's not going to go anywhere because we haven't set or specified which section that this is going to go to. So this is set up as our link. However, now we need to specify a section. So we're going to go down the page and look for just a random section here. So I want to check one that I haven't already set as a pre-existing anchor link. So I'm going to go and set this testimonial section up as this test. So I'm going to come into the section settings. I'm going to come to advanced tab, and then I want to look in the CSS ID and classes tab. I'm going to expand this, and then we want to pay attention to this, which is the CSS ID. What I'm going to do is type in test. Now, if you remember before, we had hashtag test as our link. So all we have to do is copy paste the same into our CSS ID. The only change is we're going to get rid of the hashtag. So now this is set as our anchor link. We're then going to exit the visual builder and going to look at the live page. So now if I click on our test link up in the navigation, it will scroll down to that specific section. So that's how to add an anchor link to the navigation of our website. Now let's take a look at the buttons. So we're going to enable visual builder again, go back into the visual builder, and it's very much the same with the buttons. So if I go ahead here into the settings of this specific button, and then we want to expand the link option here. So you can see here it's set to upcoming retreats, which it was before. However, we're going to reset this to say test. So again, because it's our link, we're going to have our hashtag in front of it. And as we just set our brand new section CSS ID to test, this will automatically link to that. So we're going to exit visual builder, save and exit. And now if I click this button, it will scroll down to that specific section also. So nice and easy, that's how to add anchor links to your Divi website, to buttons and to navigation links. Hope you got some value from that, and I'll see you in the next one. Like and sub.